If you guys like couples gaming channels, then click the link down below. We play Sims over there too, and we would love to see you there. Hey guys, it's Fantayzia, and welcome to a video all about 10 things that I would love to see in The Sims 4 in 2020. So I really hope at least a couple of these things come to The Sims 4 in 2020. That would be amazing. And I'm just going to go through all of these and kind of talk about each one, why I want them, and stuff like that. So I've made videos like this in the past, but I of course haven't done one this year yet, so I thought I would go ahead and do that. And yeah, some of these things may be similar to some other things I've said in the past, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But my very first thing is better babies plus toddlers. So I want to explain that a little bit. I feel like they kind of go together. Like if we were to get an update for this, they could just kind of do it together. So I can't stress enough how much I want better babies. I have said this time and time again. I have said it so much, like I'm kind of annoying about it. I'm not gonna lie, like I say it all the time because I get frustrated about it. I feel like that's the one thing in my Sims gameplay that sometimes will frustrate me, like randomly out of nowhere, especially like in 100 baby challenge, because there's so many babies and I can't just age them up. That's against the rules. So I'm just like stuck with this object baby. So I just literally, even if it's very simple, I just want them to redo them where they're not objects anymore. When I say objects, I got a question the other day of what do you mean by objects? Like babies are objects, what do you mean, you know? And basically babies are not the same as Sims. So they're not the same as like when they age up to toddlers, they become actual Sims, and you can actually like click on them and you know they can do things. They're not attached to anything. They're like full Sims. Babies are just nothing. They don't have like any differences to them. They all act the same. They're attached to the bassinet. That's what I mean by like objects. If you go into the debug menu in the Sims 4 build and buy, they're literally in there. You can pull out a baby from the debug menu. So yeah, it's literally an object. So I would love to see them just not attached to the bassinet anymore. Different crib options, so you can have them in different cribs, just like pretty much like previous Sims games. I would love to just see the babies be like previous Sims games. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just the option to take them out of the crib, change tables, give them a bath in the sink. We've had all these things before, so it's not like the people who want better babies are asking for way too much or anything like that. We've had them all before in previous Sims games. So, you know, I feel like that's just what we're used to. And we don't want to go backwards with babies because I feel like you're already pretty limited with babies to begin with because they're just newborns, you know? It would be nice if they can go in strollers, go for a little walk around the block, even if we can't bring them out, just, you know, get outside of the house at least, like around the little street. And yeah, like I said, just be able to pick them up, go to the fridge and get a bottle for them, maybe like a little play mat they can lay on instead of always just being in their crib when you put them down, and then like a little baby swing, just like things we've had before. Anything we've had for previous babies, it would be great to have it again. That would be really, really cool. And then to go with that, for my first thing, like just better toddlers. So I love toddlers. Sims 4 has the best toddlers in my opinion, but there's just some things where I'm just like, can we have just a couple more things? Example, toddlers can't really, I mean, they can go out with you. However, I feel like you usually a lot of times, well, yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, like when I watch Let's Plays and stuff, a lot of people are the same way. They don't really want to bring their toddler out because a lot of lots don't have things for them and there's no stroller, so you can't keep your toddler in the stroller. And like, you know, there's just, I don't know, like it would be cool if you go to a cafe and there's like the little kids area and there's like a playpen there and you can put the toddler in the playpen. Stuff like that. Just little things I would love to see added for the toddlers. Playpens, strollers, just little things like that. Nothing crazy, just a couple things. Maybe like redo the whole, like toddlers can have play dates, but it would be cool if they redid that kind of and made it just where, cause it works kind of weird. I would love if you could just go on play dates with random toddlers, and that sounds a little weird, but like it just makes sense because it's really hard to meet toddlers. I would love to just see like families out and about and toddlers having play dates around and stuff. That'd be so cute. I'd also love to see the option for toddlers to go to daycare. You know, kids go to school and stuff. It'd be cool if you could send your toddler to daycare. I know they can go to daycare, but it's just like nothing. I wish you could actually like you know, have them go to daycare, and it was like a little thing at the bottom, how like you can see that they're in daycare, you can enroll them in daycare, and then they can go. There's been a mod for that, but you know, it'd be cool if it was like an official thing and they could meet other toddlers there, and just that would be super duper cool. Have skill gaining and all of that. Okay, so that one was really long, but this one's a lot faster. Number 2 is more common life stuff, like grocery stores, movie theaters, things like that. Just common things. Go shopping. Even if it's a rabbit hole, I would love for them just to be able to go to the grocery store, go see a movie, you know, that'd be really, really cool. Just anything that is like a common thing that you go do in life. It would be really nice if you could have that in your Sims game. Even like laundromats. Obviously we have laundry. It would be cool if your Sims like live in an apartment and there's no laundry. They can like go to a laundromat. I know you can like do it like makeshift, but it would just be cool if it was like a rabbit hole. They could just go and do it. Obviously I don't want too many rabbit holes in the game, but there is some things that make sense to be rabbit holes. So I just think that would be really, really cool. Number 3 is more family gameplay. So I've been wanting this for a super duper long time. Some examples, some things that came to my mind, honestly, is like home videos. We've had this in the past, but like, even if it's totally different, I would love if our Sims could hold a camera and make a home video of their toddler walking for the first time. Just home videos that your Sims could put into the TV after and watch together as a family, and they'll like react in different ways, get moodlets, and that would just be so freaking cute. And then memories. So I would love if our Sims could actually create memories, like have like some sort of memory book that you could click on in the game, and it would like show when they had their first kiss, when they got engaged for the first time, making their very first friend, going to their first day of school, graduating. All this stuff would be so cool if it was in this memory book, because I feel like it would create so much more, I don't know, it would just make us so much more attached to our Sims, I feel. Another thing to go with more family gameplay, this, I mean, you could do it with any Sim. This may be really, really weird, but I just find it really cute when siblings do this together, or like a parent and their child, is just throwing a ball together. Like, I want our Sims to be able to go outside, like the family, go into the backyard and be able to just like throw a baseball back and forth, a football. I just want to be able to just click on the Sim and just click like toss ball back and forth, and just have like little things like that that mother and father, son, daughter can do together. I think it'd be so nice. And also family get-togethers. I would love to see some sort of event where it's just like a full-on family get-together where everyone is catching up. And you know how Sims act different for certain events, like if you're having I don't know, if you're having a birthday party, they will like do certain things for the birthday party and stuff like that. Well, it'd be cool if there was specific things that your Sims are doing in a family gathering. I think that'd be so nice. Number 4 is just more realistic events that happen in real life and you would expect in a life simulation game. I've said this before too, just things like sleepovers, prom, graduating from high school, baby showers, just stuff like that. Funerals, even though that's really sad, like it's just a thing in life. Anything that's a thing in life would be really, really cool. Bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, or if you're not into that, you could just do a wedding shower, stuff like that. I want to see those things. Like, I want to see those things so bad. I don't really know why we don't have the normal life events, because it just would make sense. You know what I mean? It would make sense to even be in the base game, to be honest, because it's just like typical life things that most people do. Not everyone, but a lot of people, you know, the majority of people do things like that. And it'd be really cool if our Sims could actually graduate from high school, and the whole family goes, and that's just like another family thing everyone does together. Even if it's just a rabbit hole, everyone like gets dressed up and they go, and then like the Sim who's graduating has their cap and gown, and then they get like a diploma. That'd be so cool for the teenagers. So number 5 is a color wheel for hair and skin. So I know how difficult it could be to like do it for everything. Now that the game's already been out for so long, I don't think it would be impossible, but like, I mean, I get it. There's a lot of hacks, there's a lot of clothing items, all of that stuff. But for hair and skin, especially skin, I feel like that one is doable, and I don't know why we don't have it yet. I just feel like you should be able to go in. And eyes. I feel like there should be a color wheel for eyes and skin at least. Hair would be really cool too, because I feel like that's another thing where like, yeah, of course, there's like the natural colors where there's like just black, brown, ginger, you know, blonde, of course, yeah, but there's also so many different shades of blonde that people have, and brown and even ginger. There's so many different just tones of ginger hair, and I feel like you can't really create your exact hair color. I know that I can't. Sometimes I get lucky with like a CC hair that has a bunch of custom colors, but other than that, I just feel like they don't have the exact shade, and it'd be really cool if they had that. Same goes for skin tones. I feel like the skin tones is even more important, especially if you're making your sim self. So I would love to see that. Number 6 is cars. So I feel like so many people want this, and then there's people that don't get it. If you have played since The Sims 2, then you probably understand it. So if you are a newer Sims player, or you started playing even in The Sims 3, because The Sims 3 had open world, so cars made sense. If you have not played The Sims 2, cars were actually really cool. The world was closed, but they were really cool. There was different things you could do with them. There was a fixer-upper car. It was also just really a lot more just realistic to watch your sim get in the car and drive off. It just made a lot more sense. So that's why I never really understand when people don't get why some people want cars. Most people want cars, like it's very high demand, but I don't get when people say we don't need that, because it's a life simulation game, and why wouldn't there be cars? You know what I mean? Even if it's closed world, I feel like, why do none of the Sims have their license? No Sim can drive. Like, it just doesn't make sense when it comes to a life game. I would understand if it wasn't a life simulation game, but because it's a life, I feel like it just makes sense. Like, people have their license, they have cars, they get in their car to go to the cafe. They don't just walk there. You know what I mean? It would just be so much better in my opinion, and they can do a lot of things with cars that they did in The Sims 2. They can actually do things with them that make them worth being in the game. You know what I mean? First of all, you can have so many different cars. That would be really cool. And even like motorcycles and stuff like that. Also, they're introducing just different type of ways of transportation as we go along. So I feel that's another thing. I feel like people get very excited when we got like the jet skis and the boats, and very excited for bikes. But then what about cars? You know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of weird that they're going in that direction. I don't mind it, but it would be really nice if cars are next. I think that'd be super duper cool. And my ideas for cars are just like having a fixer-upper car like we've had before. That would be really cool. Being able to like paint your car and stuff. Your car can break down and you can fix it or take it to the shop. You have to go get gas. Even if that's like a rabbit hole type of thing, just like click on the car and click go get gas. Like you can actually run low on it. I think that'd be so cool. And just like different interactions. A new woohoo spot. Like, yeah, that would be so cool. So there definitely is things they can do with the cars. You can have teens learn to drive. When you first get a car, it could be like your sim can't drive it until they go and get their license. You could click on the car and, do like go get license. Maybe you have to study for it first. Maybe you can fail. There's so many different things they could do, and I think it would be so much fun. There could be like a car shop where you can go and like pick out your new car. I think it'd be so much fun, and it would just be really cool if the teens get to learn how to drive too, and maybe even the parents can take the teens out to like practice driving and stuff. That would be cool. So yeah, I would love to see that, but I would definitely love to see more detailed cars, not just cars with nothing, because that would suck. So number 7 is more in-depth personalities. I would love to see Sims just different from one another. I know there's different traits you can give your sim and stuff like that, but I feel like the Sims 4 Sims, if you don't have a bunch of mods, they basically are just all the same. Like, I feel like even if you give them different traits, a lot of times they all just act the same, and I'm just like, why? Let my Sims all act different, please. I miss that. Because I love The Sims 4 so much. It's literally a game I play pretty much every single day, and I would just love if my Sims were just very different from one another, and it would make me just more attached to different Sims for different reasons. I just want to see the personality traits have more depth to them, make the Sims act more different in different ways. Does that make sense? You guys probably get what I'm meaning. I feel like everyone wants this. It's a very common thing I hear. So yeah, I would love to see that. Just kind of like a whole, just they need to like redo all the traits pretty much. That's what I would love. Just like redo them all, freshen them up. Number 8 is more unexpected events. So I would just like to see more unexpected things happen to my Sims, whether it's good or bad, just things that I'm like not expecting and I'm like, oh my God, it does happen sometimes, but I feel like not enough. I want just things to happen that get me so like into the gameplay and I can't stop playing, you know, where you just want to keep playing and playing and playing and like things are happening and it's just like unexpected and it just makes your storyline like suddenly take a turn. I would love that. So just, yeah, whatever that may mean by unexpected events, I don't really care. Just more things that are crazy, make your game just more fun and everything like that. So number 9 is something we've had before, but I would love to see it return, is favorites, zodiac signs, turn-ons, and turn-offs. So favorites and zodiac signs is from The Sims 3, and then turn-ons and turn-offs is from The Sims 2. Those are 3 things that I love from previous Sims games. Again, I feel like it makes sense to be in a life simulation game. Even if we didn't have them before, I feel like it would still be something I would want because it just makes sense. So of course, zodiac signs, again, that makes your Sims act different from one another, so that kind of goes hand in hand with the more in-depth personalities. And then favorites, your Sims can have a favorite food, they get excited when they eat it, they have a favorite color. If they walk into a room that is painted their favorite color, they get happy and they like clap or something. That'd be so cute. Or like if they're wearing their favorite color, they are just in a better mood. That would be cool. And then turn-ons and turn-offs. I feel like we just need something that makes romantic life in The Sims a little bit better. I feel like anyone could be attracted to anyone, and I don't know, I'm not down for that. Like, it would just be cool if there was more turn-ons and turn-offs, and even like, you know, is your Sim attracted to males or females? Or maybe they're attracted to both. Or maybe they don't have a preference. They're attracted to a Sim depending on the personality. I want to be able to choose that. Like, can we pick if our Sims are bisexual, lesbian, gay, pansexual, all the things? Like, I want to choose all that in Create a Sim. Or you can leave it blank and maybe they just kind of figure that out on their own in the gameplay. Like, if you don't choose it in Create a Sim, it'll just like randomly generate, you know, that would be really, really cool. And then like turn-ons and turn-offs, like do they like Sims with this hair color, that hair color, athletic Sims, artistic Sims, stuff like that. I think that would be so great to have in the game and just make our Sims have more personalities again. I feel like so much of this all ties into the more in-depth personalities and makes our Sims different from one another, and they don't just all have feelings for each other, and you know. And number 10 is more realistic reactions and emotions. So when they gave us emotions in The Sims 4, they acted like it was going to be so amazing and it would make our Sims all feel different from one another. And although I love emotions, I feel like they just need to refresh them, go over them, you know, just they need a refresh. I want, like, it would be really cool if emotions just kind of affected our Sims a little bit more. If 2 Sims just break up, it would be cool if it was just had more of an impact on them, or if Sims just get into a fight. And then like realistic reactions, kind of like it goes hand in hand. Like, I feel like if 2 Sims get into literally a fist fight, they could just be friends again so quickly, and it's like kind of weird, you know. Same with like if Sims cheat on each other, and just, I don't know, I just feel like they don't react the way humans would. And of course we don't want the game to be too crazy realistic where it's like too close to real life, but it does just make the gameplay feel better if they're just reacting better to these things. And I definitely know this because there's mods out that give our Sims just more realistic reactions and stuff. There's literally a realistic reactions mod, and I'm obsessed. Like, it makes it so much better, you guys. So much better. I just feel like it just is needed, and hopefully we can get something like that. So that's pretty much it. That's my 10 things. I totally could have made it even longer, but I feel like this video would be like an hour. So I wanted to just keep it at 10 things because I feel like all of these 10 things had a lot to them. I was explaining a lot. Even with the better babies and toddlers, I feel like I talked about that for like 5 minutes. So yeah. Comment down below what you would love to see in 2020. And like I said, I definitely don't expect all of this year, but it would be cool to at least get a couple of them. I really am hoping for that. I think this year it'd be really amazing if we got better babies and cars, and I mean, those are the 2 that I feel like we deserve this year, to be honest. I feel like so many people have been asking for it for so long that we should get it this year, so that'd be really nice. And then I feel like if we got anything else, I would think it'd be really cool if they kind of did the whole favorites, zodiac signs, turn-ons, and turn-offs, because I feel like that'd be the first step into more in-depth Sims. So I think that would be a good direction. There's so many other things I'd love to see too this year, of course, but if I had to pick 3, that would be amazing. So you guys, I'm going to wrap this up here, but before we go, we're going to do our notification Fantacorn fam shoutout. So this one goes to Olivia. Thank you so much. You're so freaking sweet. You made me smile. I appreciate you. So if you guys want a chance to feed a notification Fantacorn fam shoutout, all you have to do is comment down below on any video. You can comment anything you want, or you can comment some unicorn emojis and turn your notifications on. Okay, you guys, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up here. Like I said, comment down below your thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are all having an amazing, amazing day, and don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
You gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from you. Boy, I don't need that much, need that much.